What's going on, guys? My name's Josh and I'm back today with another movie review. Today I'm going to be reviewing Fear Street Part 2, 1978. Before we get started, if you could please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Now you better watch out because it's time to get this review started. Let's go. Fear Street Part 2, 1978 is the second movie in the Fear Street series, currently streaming on Netflix, and these movies are based on the R.L. Stine books, and this movie was directed by Leah Janik, and the film stars Sadie Sink as Ziggy, Emily Rudd as Cindy, Ted Sutherland as young Nick Good. We have returning Kiana Madeira as Dina, Olivia Scott Welch as Sam, and Benjamin Flores Jr. as Josh. And the plot of this movie is a summer of fun turns into a gruesome fight for survival as a killer terrorizes Camp Nightwing in the cursed town of Shadyside. Before we get started, guys, I do want to show you quickly my new Scream shirt that says "Killing like a villain." I don't know. I thought it was funny, and this review is the perfect time to wear my new Ghostface shirt. So, going into this movie, I am super excited for this Fear Street series. I love that these movies are, on Netflix, and I love that we're getting a new movie every Friday. So this is the second movie in the trilogy, Fear Street Part 2, 1978, and yeah, going into it, I really enjoyed the last movie, so I was definitely excited going into this movie because I want to continue the story and see where the second movie took us. And let's go into what I liked about this movie. So I gotta say, I love that the second movie takes place at a summer camp, so we kind of get that, that horror summer camp feel. Definitely was giving me the vibes of a Friday the 13th movie, a Jason movie, and I love that. I love a good, I used to love the Friday the 13th series, so the fact that, yeah, this was at a camp and it was a horror movie, definitely I love the setting. And also, I gotta say, I really like the three main characters in this movie. So the three main characters being, Ziggy. I really liked her character a lot. I love, first of all, I love the actress. I liked her she plays in Stranger Things, Max. And I loved her in this as well. I just like her as an actress. And I think she did a great job in this role. She's definitely a little badass, full of attitude, but I definitely really enjoyed watching her on this film, and I really liked her character. And I gotta say, I also really liked her sister character as well, Cindy, Cindy is the complete opposite of Ziggy. Cindy is trying to be perfect. She's definitely trying to reinvent herself, and she wants to get out of Shadyside. She really wants a new life for herself, and she's really, trying to reinvent herself. So I really liked her character as well. She's definitely more of a goody two-shoes, kind of that traditional final girl type of character who is just, really nice and really is all about the rules. But what I did enjoy about her character is if you push her to the edge, she definitely will fight back. So she definitely has that fighter in her, and I definitely appreciated that. And I also gotta say, I did love, Ziggy and Cindy's relationship as well. They definitely fought a lot. Like I said, Cindy is really trying to reinvent herself, and she wants to get out of Shadyside, and Ziggy is the first to point out that you're not getting out of Shadyside, and you can try to act however you want to act, you're still from Shadyside. So she definitely was constantly reminding her of that, but I definitely did like the dynamic between the two. I also really enjoyed young Nick Good, the actor who played young Nick Good, his character. I really enjoyed his scenes with Ziggy, and I thought they had a lot of chemistry. And I gotta say, out of those three characters, I really did enjoy them a lot. I will say, between the first Fear Street movie and 1984 and then this movie, I actually like these three characters the most out of both movies. So yeah, I really did enjoy these characters. Also, I gotta say, I did enjoy the pace of this movie a little bit more compared to the first movie. I feel like the first movie, while I enjoyed it, it was very, very fast-paced, where this movie kind of slowed down a little bit, but I did enjoy that, and I feel like with certain scenes, if you just kind of slow down, it can make the scenes better, and I definitely feel like I enjoyed the scenes better in this movie, mainly because it slowed down a little bit. We got a little bit more horror scenes, there's a little bit more, where we're kind of on the edge of our seats, and a little bit more of, rather than, a killer just killing someone right away, they kind of build those scenes up a little bit more, where the killer's coming, and you're just kind of waiting for it, So it kind of makes it a little bit more tense. And I just feel like this movie did a better job than necessarily, let's say, the first movie did. So I did enjoy the pacing of this movie as well. Now, also, I gotta say, now, from going forward, there definitely will be spoilers. Now, I did enjoy that, Tommy's character in particular, we get to see the witch. We get to learn more about the witch, kind of just learning about, like, how, she kills people, learning just a little bit more of her history. I like that we get to see Tommy actually transform into one of the killers. So we kind of get to see his transformation as a normal person and then him become the killer. And then we kind of see him become, the axe killer that we saw in the other Fear Street movie, 1984. So I thought that was really cool, seeing his transformation, learning a little bit more about the witch. And then also, I like that this movie, we also learned a little bit more in the sense of in the first movie, we get to see where the witch's body was buried, where this movie, they discovered the witch's hand. So we get to see where the witch's hand's buried. Not only that, we also learned that the key to stopping the witch is if you reunite the hand and the witch's body, that will stop the witch. So I like that, it's kind of two puzzle pieces. One puzzle piece in the first movie, we got another puzzle piece in this movie. You put them together, we have the key to stop the witch. So I love that, now we know how they need to stop the witch. So I really like that. I think overall, though, I had a lot of fun with the second movie. I feel like I did like some of the killings, and yeah, it was just a fun horror movie. I love the camp feel, and yeah, I had a good time with this. So what didn't I like about this movie? One, I gotta say, this movie was a little bit different than I thought it was going to be. So the way the last movie set it up, it sounded like, Dina... We had Dina is going to be trying to save Sam. Sam is possessed by the witch. She's going to be the next murderer. Dina was going to go to, the survivor of one of these original murders and try to find a way to save Sam. So I really thought that's what this movie was going to be about. And really, Dina, Sam, Josh, they're really barely in this movie at all. And it's really, once they go to that survivor, it's pretty much a backstory. So this movie is pretty much a flashback to that original murders in 1978. So just it was something a little bit different. I did think we were going to see, Dina and Josh and, Sam a little bit more. And their story was going to continue more, moving forward more. And I will say, though, at the end, it did do a really good job of setting up the next movie where now, Dina did figure out the key is reuniting the hand and the witch's body to stop the curse, and she does this at the end of the movie, and then we see that she is going to be transported back into time to when the witch was hanged. So I thought it did do a really good job of at least setting up the next movie. But like I said, I just thought they were going to be in this movie a little bit more. Now, another thing, too, I gotta say, like I said in my positives, I really did enjoy, Ziggy, Cindy, and young Nick Good's characters. I did enjoy those characters a lot. Now, at the end, Cindy died, but, Ziggy still lived, and Nick Good, he still lived as well, and I really like those characters a lot. I almost wish that, these actors and these characters would be in the next movie as the young actors. So I almost kind of wish that these Fear Street movies were about, their characters, and more specifically that these movies were in all three of the movies, because I really did enjoy the actors a lot, and I enjoyed their characters, and I get now, in the present day storyline, we have different actors playing them as adults, but I really enjoyed these actors, and it's just kind of a shame that, they're not going to be in the next one. So that's one thing that, I think they did a great job, and it just kind of sucks that, that's it. Because this is a flashback movie, we're not going to be getting those actors again. So I think anyways. So I gotta say, with this movie, there was a lot of annoying characters in this movie. Sheila, the bully, first of all, she was a psycho. She's like trying to burn people. Her character was really annoying. Out of all the characters that were annoying, Alice really annoyed me. that was like Cindy's friend, childhood friend, who was like a druggie and just kind of a hot mess. And yeah, her character was really annoying. There was times where I'm like, okay, maybe she's gonna redeem herself, maybe she's gonna get better, and then she'd open her mouth and say something crazy. And yeah, both of those two characters were really annoying. And that is true, common with horror movies. Usually with horror movies, you will find characters that you don't like, that they're meant to be in movies like this, where you're gonna have characters you don't like, and they just served in the movie. So that it is something, but I will say those two characters definitely annoyed me. And also I gotta say, there was a lot of things in this movie that just didn't make sense. So one thing was, at the very end of the movie, we see Ziggy get stabbed to death by one of the killers, and then we see Nick Good, give her CPR, and he brings her back to life. First of all, I don't know how that's possible. If you die from being stabbed to death, I don't know how CPR would bring you back to life. Maybe if you had a blood transfusion and then CPR, that would help, but yeah, that just really didn't make sense to me. Maybe it makes sense to other people, but whatever. But also, we are watching a movie with witches and, monsters coming back to life. So if they want to make, CPR, bring Ziggy back to life, whatever. Also, I gotta say, with the one other thing that didn't really make sense, at the end of the movie, they changed Ziggy's name to Christine. I don't know, to hide Ziggy's identity. And I think that would work if the actual killer was a real killer. I get, changing your name to try to hide from the killer, but the person that they're running from is a dead witch. It's not like this witch is going to be reading newspapers, so whether you change your name or not, I'm pretty sure if the witch is dead and she's supernatural, she's probably going to know you exist regardless of your name. So that didn't really make sense as well to me. Maybe they explained it and I just didn't catch it. Also, with the adult Ziggy, I wasn't really sure why she had all of these clocks around her house and she kind of had them all set. That didn't really make sense to me either. I don't know why she was setting all these clocks. Maybe she just lost it. I don't know. Just those couple things, I was like, oh, these really didn't make sense to me, but whatever. Like I said, that's kind of nitpicky. Overall, though, I gotta say, I had a lot of fun with this movie, and I'm definitely excited for the next movie. The next movie, it definitely, I feel like these movies set up the next movie, and yeah, we're gonna go back in time even further to, back to, where the witch was killed. So I'm definitely excited for the next one. What did you guys think of, the second part of the Fear Street Part 2, 1978? Did you enjoy it? What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? Please leave your comments below, and thank you so much for watching.